tactical leadership training exercise in Belgium. And we were actually flying against these aircraft that we had prepared to fly and fight in real terms with for many years, and it's just amazing how the world's moved forward. And now they're firmly allied within NATO, and perhaps with a large cloud of smoke, here it is rolling from the 1st Tactical Squadron, the Polish Air Force, the Mikoyan MiG-29A, the Fulcrum. Creation. It was designed to supplant the MiG-21 and MiG-23 and to counter the then latest in American jet fighters like the F-15 and the F-16 that were then under development. The MiG-29 first came into service with the Soviet Air Force in 1983. It was meant to be a simple and rugged design with aspects like movable intake shields on the air intakes at the front of the aircraft to stop the ingestion of foreign objects when operating from less well prepared airstrips. Got a sturdy undercarriage to help with operations from unprepared or damaged runways. MiG-29's real party pieces. Yeah, fantastic. And the smoke you see coming out the back is not smoke generator, it's actually as a result of incomplete
carbonisation of the fuel from the engines. Clearly,
attack run, and this is an aircraft without the benefit of fly-by-wire controls. So what we're going to see is in no way assisted by the onboard systems. This is simply the pilot's skill in keeping the aircraft speed down to the minimum safe level for this manoeuvre to be performed effectively.
Yeah, very different manoeuvre with this aircraft. Most of those that we've seen so far, this manoeuvre would be completed by full arc and stick, and then just modulating the power to maintain the speed. Whereas here, he is really flying the aircraft by the seat of his pants.
In fact, slight change to his sequence here by the look of it compared with what we're following. I think he's mixing his flat rolling and full displays because he's doing a low go around. Of these aircraft in service across two units, this one from the 1st Tactical Squadron at Minsk-Maciejewski in eastern Poland, the other one the 41st Tactical Squadron at Malbork in the north. They've received 3 batches of these aircraft, including the purchase for a symbolic hero of the Luftwaffe's retired ex-East German MiG-29s. And those came as a significant boost because Poland was still awaiting its new F-16s like the one we saw earlier. It's hoped that they'll carry on in service, some of the aircraft at least, until about 2030 due to an upgrade deal. Here now is that slow-speed high-angle attack pass. As you can see from the smoke trail, occasional bursts of combat pilots would have to have had some prior experience of other Soviet-built jets from the Polish infantry, like the Sukhoi Su-22 fitter, which is still in service, and the MiG-21, which isn't before moving on to the MiG-29, but now these graduated pilots are going straight on to the fulcrum after training. And it's a very active community as part of the NATO alliance, Poland having joined in 1999. Mixed exercises. That would have been an inconceivable thought all those years ago when aircraft like this would have assisted a Soviet armed advance into Western Europe by escorting the ground attack aircraft of the Soviet frontal aviation arm. Today the MiG-29 and the Su-22, Poland's sole remaining Warsaw Pact era combat aircraft types in service. Still a very useful aeroplane for the Air Arm, and one with impressive performance here in a high-speed pass.
That's very impressive. Almost 600 knots from the dry panel alone.
And that completes the display by the regular Polish Air Force Fulcrum display pilot, Captain RIAT. He's put the gear down and is coming in for a full stop landing, and as the aircraft rolls past and no doubt deploys its distinctive brake chutes, you'll notice some artwork on the tail of the aircraft. The Poles have put on the heads of their MiG-29s the faces of a number of Polish aviation heroes of the past, and the aircraft in the display today, there's the colours of a Pole who fought during the Battle of Britain now 76 years ago, Ludwik Paszkiewicz, who was killed in the crash of a Hawker Hurricane in 1940 during his participation in the battle. And there's his face on the inside tailpin of the MiG-29, the Polish Air Force, as it rolls out.